Hello. Hello, everyone. This is Tom, and this is my ASD journey. I wanted to do a note on a situation that came up. I'm trying to think of how to okay, I was talking with my sister. I feel there are a lot of things pointing to the fact that she might also be autistic. And for whatever reasons, that's just, I don't know exactly how she feels about it. She's open to me sharing a lot of stuff that I know about myself and things I think might fit her needs. So she's not like closed-minded, but I don't know if it's just like the concept overwhelming or what. I don't know. But we had a talk the other day. And it was about her family and work and other things, and we were sort of talking about how she gets overwhelmed and those, a lot of the traits really. It's mostly all social. It's I guess family relationships and things, work and all that. But one of the things that we talked about was how all of us Aspies, we see the world from an Aspie point of view. It's an Aspie world. I mean, I remember as kids, you assume, and even after, for a long time, you assume everybody's, well, I'm not going to say everybody does this, I'm sorry if I did, but it's easy to say, well, I think they're feeling the same thing I do. They see the same things. Their senses work the same. Their cognition is the same. All these kind of things. We just assume that, everyone else does the same thing. And I think this is what's happening, I know this is what's happening in that family dynamics with my sister, is that she gets socially overwhelmed by some situation. It starts shutting her down. She can't, fight or flight starts kicking in, And basically, there's some in the family that are saying, you can't just walk away. You can't just tune us out. You can't just, it's like they're from that neurotypical perspective saying, this is how it's done. This is how people, this is the routine of how, or this is the tradition, or call it. And I actually, my sister was sort of saying this as though she was in the wrong for walking away. And I said to her, no, stop right there. You're doing what you need to keep yourself in balance. You're doing what has to be done. They don't see it. They're in the wrong for trying to impose their needs and the way they take care of themselves on how you have to take care of yourself. And I thought this was an important message for both people that are on the spectrum, we've been so pummeled all of our lives with the guilt, the shame, the expectation, at least, that we conform to the norm. And that's not, I won't say it's not true. I mean, everybody has to do some conformity. But when I think it comes to the importance of self-regulation, it's your mental and physical health. This is a health issue, that you have a right at home, at work, as much right as anybody does to care for and protect and preserve their health. And I guess it's kind of came out, I guess that's a simplified way of putting it. But so I want people who are on the spectrum to realize that we've been conditioned to think that that's our norm too. I know not everybody does, and everybody goes, well, I don't, and I don't really either, but I still catch myself. There are things that are just ingrained in the way society is even structured, that are that set behaviors and how things work. And I'm not saying they're supportive of the autistic needs, but there's probably some of the things that don't support the neurotypical needs too. So it's not like not like the world's out to get all the autistic people in the world. But I will say I think there needs to be a lot of accommodations made, or at least understanding the accommodations for work and whatever for autistic people. And I also have, I guess I have that message to people that have family members that are autistic. And this goes beyond autism. It's ADHD. I think it goes to any disorder. That our world is different. Our needs are different. And that just needs to be understood and hopefully respected. So if you have family members, if you are a teacher, if you're a doctor or psychologist, or if you're in some profession that you're going to work with autistic people, it just can't be emphasized enough that. And I think I understand it's an unfamiliar and very hard to understand perspective that autistic people have. Even though it seems like we're so similar, there's still something that's very, very unique about how we process our lives. And I guess what I just want to say is that, you got to step back and you got to be able to let go of what you think are your core foundational beliefs of how you would feel, how you would work this out, all these things, because that is the level that is different with this person that that's autistic. And I know my sister's husband and family love her dearly. We all do. I mean, it's a great family. But it's like a heartbreak, because I just want to say, I would drive there just to talk with them and say, look, hey, just tell you my story. Tell you what I'm finding about me, and I think you need to understand this is true with my sister too. And so I guess just that's really what I wanted to present here. That's how different our world is. And if you really do care about the person that's autistic in your life, respect that right to take care of themselves, their health, their mental health, their physical health. And you may never understand. But I think that's what unconditional love is. So that was just my point of interest that I found today, and something I wanted to share with you. Hopefully, it will give some people some food for thought, maybe some changes of behavior to support the needs of people that are autistic. So anyway, off my soapbox here. I have to call it. That's what I'll have to do. The autistic soapbox. So anyway, this is Tom. This is my ASD journey, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.